recently hosted the Caspian Technical Conference and Exhibition. This conference became a platform for experts to discuss problems arising from oil and gas exploration in the Caspian region. Engineers in the fields of mining, exploration, and the development of hydrocarbon deposits were able to share their experience, knowledge, and the latest developments and ideas. Welcome back to Global Talk. I'm Lauren Montgomery. The conference in Astana gathered together more than 500 professionals from the oil and gas industry, including international and national oil companies, government representatives, and service companies. Within the framework of the conference, several panel sessions were held regarding issues with exploration and oil production both in Kazakhstan and the Caspian region as a whole. In addition, the workshop participants were offered a new scheme of technological innovation to foster and further promote success within companies in the region.
Outstanding for my own experience. I see people and young generations, you understand, they are very well connected through internet and to social media. So these kind of events connect all the young petroleum and geology, geophysics, all the industry and engineering in Kazakhstan with the rest of the world, and try to understand how their technologies, how other developments in other parts of the world are introducing or solving some of the challenges that can also be done in Kazakhstan. So the social network, but now in the engineering part. So that's amazing, it's good.
I'm the chairman of the technical program of this conference. So I was there since the very beginning of thinking about it and designing the technical program, and I work for Chevron, seconded to TCO, Tengiz Chevron Oil in Attirau. So we designed the conference according to the needs of Kazakhstan in general. So I'd say number one, this is the visibility and meeting people and discussing with them. Number two, definitely very interesting technologies have been discussed yesterday and even today in the morning. Knowing, we can say, new companies coming to the industry and proposing their services, having a lot of contribution from overseas. So I think the conference is full of new things.
Yeah. The topics are very interesting, particularly high pressure or H2S. Relatively, for us, as a participant to the Kashagan project, the crude oil transportation is very important. Due to the landlocked environment of this country, the crude oil transportation to the international crude oil market is the vital. So there is some dedicated session for the transportation. It was so interesting.
Безусловно, для нас участие в таком мероприятии достаточно важное событие. Мы до этого...
Of course, for us to participate in such an event is very important. Before we positioned ourselves more locally. Now we see that there is a need, so to speak, to present ourselves on a more broad level, to market ourselves using the platform of SPE, which certainly gives us the opportunity. Certainly, we already feel some effect. We had a number of meetings which were quite positive, and even the first day was quite positive in terms of new contacts and new agreements.
И мы рассматриваем, что, по крайней мере, даже первый день нам принес уже какие-то результаты в плане новых контактов, новых договоренностей.
I live in Attirau, and I've been here for 1 year, 10 months, 28 days and 14 hours.
Wow.
I counted because I like it very much, so I want to make sure I extract the value of each second I stay here. Every, we call it geomarket, which is a small area. It's independent, and there is no other focus. For us, for example, we are in Kazakhstan, but really, for us, whatever is happening in other parts of the world, I mean, it's really not of importance for us. We are completely focused in Kazakhstan, and we have to make sure that the strategies that we set up for Kazakhstan needs to be successful. And as I previous mention, I think the industry in Kazakhstan is at early stages, and we need to engage to make sure that we secure the technology pillars and the skills of the people and its training to make sure that they are prepared for the challenges that still are to come, because there are many developments to come. There's still a lot of reservoirs to be found, a lot of oil, whether it's conventional or unconventional, to be produced, and we have to make sure that the technology and the people is there when it comes to grab the opportunities. So for us, Kazakhstan, it's, if you ask to our organization, it's the center of the world.
And I started working here shortly after that. I've seen the country just grow remarkably, positively. 20 years or 22 years is not a significantly long time for a country to become something that it has today, and Kazakhstan has been remarkably excellent at achieving what they've done so far.
I think that actually the panel session that we had today on the, oil and gas transport, I thought that was absolutely amazing. Some of the statistics on oil and gas vandalism and, how they've been able to mitigate that, I think since 2007 or so. I think it was very, very interesting, and having such pretty high profile people come in and sharing their perspectives on, the future of oil and gas transport and, the different pipeline expansions that will be done between Kazakhstan, Russia, China. I think that was pretty darn good. And then there were a couple of technical presentations that were pretty good. The presentations on Tengiz SGI, the sour gas injection, I thought that was pretty impressive. This morning, right after the panel sessions, I was in the history match presentation also that was presented by one of the Tengiz Chevrolet engineers, and it was amazing to see how they were able to have a great history match workflow that they implemented, and were able to get a very good match of both reservoir pressures, rates, GORs. Those are some of the studies that, inspire other people, to begin to use some of these reservoir engineering tools and production engineering tools out there to be able to forecast what will happen in your field and be able to make good decisions for, long-term field management and development.
The government is always very receptive and willing to adapt international standards as well that are needed due to, I previously mentioned about H2S, toxic gas, high pressure temperatures, the environmental sensitivity of the North Caspian Sea and other regions. So they're always very receptive and collaborative to make sure that international standards or new standards, because every day there are new standards coming out. We learn new lessons that are implemented quickly into Kazakhstan thanks to the government and the collaboration that we have.
So this is the first time that a technical conference of this size has happened in the region. So it was really to introduce this conference and to discuss some of the technical challenges and opportunities that are in this region. So you have some difficult geological challenges. You have quite high hydrogen sulfide in some of the oil and gas, for example. So really trying to speed up and make the innovation more efficient in the industry by everyone talking together and collaborating.
It's very important to note that this was the first oil and gas technical conference in the Caspian region, and it has attracted enormous attention from professionals. So that's why we can't tell you everything about it in just one episode. We'll keep talking about this in the next edition of Global Talk. See you soon on Kazakh TV.